The fastest way to lose a year is negotiating with yourself every morning. Today, we end the negotiation.
Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where excuses.
When something negative comes up,
building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
To be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Boo, 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 boo. Good morning, and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. A little bit of energy here this morning. You know why? Because Malcolm is back. Yes, baby, Malcolm is back in the middle. Jimmy, he's back. He left his family forever. Malcolm in the middle is back. We're talking about it this morning on the big show we call Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends, and Anthony Joshua. Oh my goodness. Big news dropping in the last 24 hours. Jimmy, why is it that when we see somebody go to an all-time high, a few days later, it's like, oh my goodness, they go to the other side? You guys wondering who Jimmy is? Jimmy's the other guy on the side of the screen here. He's the guy on the buttons. He's the guy making me look handsome. And that lady over there, that woman over there, that girl over there, that's Neiman. That's Melissa. She's making my words sound awesome. Good morning, everybody. I'm the Handsome Chief. I'm Keith Bilous. I'm here to host you guys here this morning for a real talk, real motivating, a real entertaining conversation that will help you start your day with momentum and clarity. Yes, it's the last week of the year, nation. It's kind of that void week in the middle of over there, in the middle over here. We got a lot of people sitting back going, I think I'm going to start my things on Monday of next week. Hey, Jimmy, what's the date next Monday? Just curiously, guys, what is the date next Monday? I actually need to know this. What's the date on Monday of next week? Because I'm curious about that. Because those of you that are going to, because here's what happens in my experience. Folks are like, I'm going to get started on Monday. Well, if you start on Monday, that's January 5th. Yeah. Think about it. The following Monday is already January 12th. Half of January is almost already over. So I don't know about you guys. Yep. I might get started right now. Hey, before we jump into it, help us grow this show. We've been doing this show for a couple years now, and I see a bunch of new people out there this morning. Thank you, Adam Holroyd. Thank you, brother. January 5th, Holroyd is here. Hey, Adam, you're going to be excited with this one, brother. We got Sam Mitchell joining the show on Thursday. The guy's got autism. Adam, the guy sent me a text a couple days ago. He's like, hey, Keith, I want to be on your and John's show. I have autism. I'm high functioning, and I want to get out there and tell the whole world that I'm awesome. I'm like, fuck, man, get on here and get up here. Let's do it. Sam Mitchell joining us Thursday for a conversation from somebody who came to the table and said, I got autism. I don't want to talk about it. So, Holroyd, I thought you'd be interested in that. Hey, coming up, guys, hit like, hit subscribe, and drop a comment here in the community. Where are you tuning in from this morning? Let me know. Are you getting started next Monday, January 5th? Are you starting your stuff today? Are you starting next week? Do you need motivation? What's preventing you from having some significant success? Yes. And hey, guys, just a reminder, this is an R-rated experience. So if the kids are in the room, I would invite you to get them out of the room because we might offend them. Yep. Sometimes the show even becomes X-rated. So you might want to get the kids out of the room. And hey, listen, just don't hit the snooze button. You hit that snooze button, you're going to be 9 minutes behind. That is the mantra we have here on the show. We have owned the snooze button methodology. You hit the snooze, you lose. You get up, you get after, because we are your daily accountability partner here for men and all humans who want to start their day right with laughter, perspective, and the right energy. Hey, nation, coming up today on the big show, hour one, the morning loop. We call it the morning loop because this resumes every single 24 hours. First up, the trending conversation of the day. Hey, Holroyd, did you watch Malcolm in the Middle? I got to admit, I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, it was not so much my demographic, but I paid a little bit of attention to it. And hey, what I thought about this one. Good morning, Sullivan. Good to see you out there, brother. I love it. It's always nice to see friendly voices in the community. And the big question is, why did Malcolm walk away from his family for 10 years? Nostalgia, avoidance, adulthood. There is a lot packed into that one. And here's the question. How many of us men, well, and even women, Want to walk away for 10 years. I got to leave. Jimmy, I got to go. Time to go. Boom, boom, boom. Got to go. We're also going to get into the Anthony Joshua story, the fight no one saw coming, and why this one landed very differently than a normal sports headline. We're not here to talk about the boxing match. Not here to talk about, his success in the ring. We're here to talk about how short life is. Incredible. Here he goes to the front of everything to all of a sudden almost dying. Yeah, Adam Holroyd says, I watched the original. I haven't seen the new one yet. His oldest brother, Francis, was the best character. Yeah, true story. New study, 21% of YouTube shorts are AI-generated slop. Yes, we're going to touch on the renewed interest and renewed search for an airplane that's been missing forever. So I got a feeling we might get into some conspiracy type conversations with that here today. Although we don't talk conspiracies. We're not a conspiracy show. We are Neiman, we're a curious show. Yeah, not conspiracy. We are curiosity. Jimmy, look at the numbers, man. Love it. You know what I love? I love when a plan comes together, and we planned for this today. So actually, in many ways, Neiman, Jimmy, our success this morning so far in the first 7 minutes, planned, inevitable. Pat yourselves on the back, because this did not happen by, pardon me, fucking accident. No, today's deep dive, motivation is a trap. Yeah, we got no time for motivation. We're going to give systems and ideas and opportunities to let you get after it. And hey, I thought I would put a serious conversation on the table today. I know it's the void week where, hey, the void, is that like the taint, Jimmy? Yeah, I just couldn't. I know y'all are like, how the fuck did he get from the void to the taint to where I'm going to go to next? I'm going to tell you, we're talking spanking. No, we're not talking spanking your nice little wife's cute little hiney. Oh, did Bilous say, is Bilous attacking his wife's hiney? Hey, come on, listen. If you don't like to smack your wife's little ass for a while every now and then, just tip, 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 a little bit of love tap, tip, tip, tip. What's wrong with that? No, actually, guys, we're talking spanking, discipline, abuse. And hey, if we're spanking our kids in 2025 or 2026, is that abuse? Are we making soft men, or are we pretending it's simple that it's just going to cause some damage? So we're having a conversation about spanking today on the show as well. Morning focus. I'm going to call it January Fitness Delusions, the promises, the plans, and the routines that are inevitably going to disappear, and offer you guys a different solution that starts live 8:00 Eastern time, right here on the big show. And then we're going to wrap up things on the community corner with Maya Reyes. And all right, fellas, yes, she's going to come up here with, a conversation. I had to say this. I love when our staff, Melissa, I love when our staff just drop those swears. I'm eager to hear Maya Reyes say the unfuckwithable. Yeah, and the real often ignored cost of jealousy in your life and relationships. But hey, we got some stuff to get after. We got some work to do. We got some topics to put on the table, and we got some conversations to begin. And you know what? It all starts right now because, well, I'm going to put a camera on me and I'm going to look over here and I'm going to say a few words that's going to sound just like, oh, drum roll, please. The morning loop, it starts right now.
Nation, good morning. If you woke up tired, perfect. Today's show is Caffeine and Consequence. One sip, one standard.
I'm the calm one today. They're about to roast your excuses. Don't panic. Just take 2 notes.
Motivation shown up like a hype man, then it ghosts you by day 9. We're done building on feelings. We are building a system that drags you forward. Fewer decisions, stronger rules. Your worst mornings still count. 1%.
And yes, we're going there on parenting. Not soft, not savage. Firm standards, calm hands, one steady voice.
If your kids fear your mood, you've already lost. We'll give 2 or 3 consequences, and you can repeat calmly.
Plus, 2 stories that hit hard. A comeback after 10 years gone. It'll test identity fast.
Nation, lock one system for 60 days. Type wake, train, or focus with a time. All right, handsome chief, light it up.
Yeah, see all you new folks out there in the community right now. You guys can join the show with us live right now or in the mornings in the lab community. To join the show right now, Yes, I see Jimmy's been at work. You heard me loud and clear. 431-300-3005. Phone, text, or leave a voicemail. Yes, that is me. True story. That's me without glasses on. Yeah. Come say hi in the comments. The comments are open. Adam's over there. Sullivan's over there. Good Time's over there. Neiman's over there. And to those of you that are not watching live, well, I'm sorry you missed all the great conversation, all the great fun with Keith and John. Get up, get after it live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on Mornings in the Live with Keith, John, and friends. Jimmy, I see somebody waiting. He's on time. Let's do it. Let's bring in the big dog himself, Jon Andersen. Buddy, I forgot to tell you, man. My dad says to me on the weekend, he's like, hey, did John get a new truck? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, I was watching the show and I saw John showed up at the lab in a new truck. I go, Dad. I go, what, did you think he had a bug before that? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just saw him get into a new truck. I don't know, Dad. That's John AI. That's your AI son, Brian. So my dad's infatuated. I think actually I gotta have a show with just you and my dad. My dad loves you, man. He's infatuated with you.
Dude, there's something about dads. I don't know what it is. You know, dads tend to, like a couple of my wrestling buddies.
Yes.
Their dads were like always like watching my social media.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, I know. Well, so I know what it is. I tell exactly what it is. Good morning, babe. I see you up there. 3 attempts. I see you up there. So, John, I'll tell you what it is. There's an aura about you that creates an immense amount of curiosity. Just call it what it is, right? And let's be frank. So I learned my dad's 82, not 84. So, you know, he grew up like you I did, watching certain eras of men, and he's like, tell me more about this John guy. Like, he sees you, and it's funny when he describes you to his buddies. What he'll be saying.
Let's hear. Let's hear. How did he do it?
Well, it's just facial expressions, and it's just like he's big, and it's just you can just kind of you've seen it before, but it's like you got this 82-year-old man just trying to describe like this big hulking old school bodybuilder, right? I love it, man, the way because it's so endearing. Like you can and you know that, right? It's just such an endearing thing, and it's funny, man. But it was like, yeah, did John get a new truck? No, Dad. John did not get a new truck.
Well, you know what I think? What I think it is too. Yeah. I don't know. I've always just kind of wondered myself. I think it's because, and I kind of noticed this when I went to Japan.
Yes.
Like what they all thought I was. They would call me animal. Oh, you animal.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
But I think part of the allure, as you're saying, is that. You know, I will fucking say what I want to say. I fucking burp. I fart. I do all the shit that most people won't do right now, no matter where I am. I'm me everywhere.
No, that's exactly it. And I'd like to maybe pull a string from that conversation. I will say that I maybe have experienced some of that same stuff. I know that when I was out traveling, growing ICUC, and I was meeting a lot of new people for the first time, I think there's what I've learned, John, especially, and I'll say this, especially around a lot of my friends who are gay, who love me for my unapologetic self.
Yeah. You know
what I mean? And because I've had friends that are gay that are like, oh man, I'm Keith, you're just yourself. I'm like, yeah, because you know that person is like they can't be themselves, and I'm like, fuck, why can't you be themselves? Oh, because I can't. It's complicated, right? And I think it's the same thing with you, Anderson. Somebody sees you, and it's just there's this is my unapologetic who I am, and I'm not for everyone, and you're okay with that. And I will suggest to you that's maybe one of the reasons why our show continues to work well when people discover us. Is like, oh, okay, there's a character around that. Right? You know what I mean? So it's not
everybody has that.
No, and I'll just say what it is. It's just not everybody does have it. Actually, there's an it factor. I'll go back to Cheryl Whitaker. Right when I found Cheryl to be a guest on the show, you've been around enough people. You see people. There's people have a certain kind of a charisma about them that makes you want to walk towards them and be curious. So my dad sees you. He's like, what's this Anderson guy all about? Right?
Well, it was part of my blessing because in the beginning, I was like, I was kind of pushed aside because of my learning disabilities.
Yes.
So all I wanted was to be like everybody. Like I wanted to be like everybody else. Like it was like painful, right?
Yes.
And then you want something so bad, and it doesn't fucking work. And then you finally get there and you're like, what the fuck did I give a shit about this for?
Yes.
And I was like, so I'm probably in my teens, like late teens, probably 19. You know, I spent a year there being accepted. And, you know, it was like all this, it was kind of like this, you know, very first there was a honeymoon. It was like, wow, this is really fucking cool. You know, and then I was kind of like, this is kind of stupid, you know, because I got here. Because I wasn't like them.
Yes.
I mean, and I stuck to them, you know, and now that I am like them, and I'm going to be pushing right on through here because I'm not going to exist here long as I keep doing what I'm doing. So realize the further you get away on the other side of this, or you're going to be, I don't know, fucking recognized, if you will, wanted. I don't know what adjective to put with it, but it was kind of like, so I was part of my blessing.
Yeah, I can relate to that wanting to be like others, and it's the peer pressure shit, man. It's the, you know, why don't I look like that guy? Why are my legs so thick? Why can't I go wear those clothes? Why can't I have that, or why can't I do that? Right? And it was, and then I'm telling you, man, it wasn't until my 30s and even 40s where I'm still figuring shit out. Right? And it's
you know, every time I see a picture of you, right, I do say, fucker got some thick legs.
Hey, I'll tell you something you'll be proud of. Well, maybe you whatever, but I'm an old dude here. I was crushing just a 305 on the squat today, man. Banging off 3 sets of 10 at 305 today on the squat for a 53-year-old man. Not too bad, brother. Not too bad. I'm proud of that.
3 sets of 10 at 300 plus is pretty fucking good for, at this point, just about any fucking man in the fucking world. Jesus
Thank you.
Christ.
Yeah. I did some heavies. I did some squats. I did some deads, and then I got on my bike and I did a climb ride where it's time under tension, Johnny. So like 60, 70 resistance and just literally like a sled, like just pushing up fucking hill, like just that grind, eh? Like, you know what I mean? Like that long grind. So that's what I did this morning. And then I did lunges. It was very much compound big move. My legs are fucking sore right now, I'll tell you. But
I did some squats yesterday, first time since my leg went fucking, my hip went crazy. And God, am I sore today?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Hey,
like it's great when you don't do something for the one, you come back.
Yes,
I literally have said I'm only going to put a plate per side. I'm not going to get anything dumb. Just going to I want to just open my shit up because it's too tight. Yeah. Oh Christ! Thank God I fucking stuck to my guns. I was fucking hobbling out here, not in a bad way though.
There you go. Hey, so let's get into it. Let's get into some conversations today. I got a few things for the table today. Johnny, we're going to talk spanking later on in the show. And we're not talking spanking with our lovely wives, talking maybe discipline, just the idea of spanking and where that sits in 2025, 2026. I want to ask you something that I've been thinking about on a personal level, about how do we approach somebody in our personal lives who you see is going down a path and you're like, oh my God, man, I don't like where you're heading. I'm just wondering how to have that conversation. You know, they're looking overweight. I know they're making some bad choices, and I know how I was that person one day, and I wondered how I would feel if somebody approached me. So I got a few things, but I want to start here, brother. I don't know if you watched this, and I only watched a little bit of it, but do you remember the show Malcolm in the Middle? Does that name ring a bell to you at all?
I remember the show, but I never watched it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Frankie Muniz left for a while, and he came back. They're rebooting the show, and it's basically it's all around Johnny, why he abandoned his family for 10 years. And let's have a conversation about abandoning our families, kicking off with the theme around Malcolm in the Middle. Let's watch the opener.
Malcolm is back. He stayed away for 10 years. That is the protect my peace era. Family wants you close. Life wants you stable. Pick wrong, you pay twice. It's the 40th anniversary trap. One invite, all the history. Let's talk boundaries like grown men.
Hey, Matty, kindness rising, shaky legs. Yeah, no shit. 7:30 Eastern time. Matt Roof gets up. So there's Malcolm in the Middle, John. So the revival, they're relaunching the revival. And I thought this was interesting, actually, because it's set roughly is now living away from his parents with his own young daughter and a carefully controlled life. And in that time,
So
he's
real quick. When you said his family, are you talking about the show or truly his family?
No, the show family. Yeah, so the show family. So they took the family, moved to 14 years. But I thought this was interesting, brother, because maybe you've experienced this with people, and I want to have this conversation, which is in that time, he largely cut contact, effectively shielding himself and his child from the rest of his family. He kept his family at arm's length, and now the story.
Hold on, you mean the show family?
Yeah,
not
yes,
his real family.
No, we're talking totally show here. So,
okay.
But the story arc is really dealing with like abandonment, and leaving your family and coming back, and estrangement, and so forth, and what
was his reasoning?
His reason was because he
unhealthy relationships.
Great question. Yeah, he left because he could not handle the constant pressure, the expectations, and the dysfunction that defined his childhood. So he chose distance as self-preservation.
Dude, I keep getting confused. Define his childhood. Are you talking about his character or his?
I love you.
We keep.
I love it. Yeah, the character.
Talking about the show that you said childhood. Fuck, that sounds like his real fucking child.
Yeah. So the character was a child. The character was a child in the show, but now the show's set 20 years later. So as he left, so basically, if you think about the gap while he left. So I'll use the character term. When the character grew up over the last 20 years, the character stayed away because he couldn't handle the pressure and the dysfunction as that young child.
Okay, right? So he was a kid on the show.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
So his character, right, on the show, he had to abandon all that because it was the expect. That's very understandable because, I mean, shit, can you imagine being fucking however not mature and dealing with those settings? Grown people have a hard time with that.
I know. Have you had people in your life that, because I was reflecting on this, have you had family members in your life, John, that have essentially checked out and then have resumed?
You're talking about real family now.
Yeah, correct? Yeah, real family, like people in your world, maybe brothers or siblings or even or just people that have been close to you that are like, holy fuck, they checked out and now they're back, and where have they been? What's going on? Why did you leave? Et cetera, et cetera. I can tell you, like I'll share with you. I'll start this, but so my dad's parents divorced, and back in those 40s and 30s, not a common thing. My dad's dad left. And I remember the day when my dad's dad called him and said, "I'd like to meet your kids." And I'm going to paraphrase, but I suspect it was kind of along the lines of, "Well, where the fuck have you been forever? And you want to now meet my kids?" Right. So my dad worked on connecting that estrangement. Right. But that kind of remind me of I left and I come back and it's like, hey, I'm here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the only situations that I can think about, like this would be like, it seems like, I mean, unfortunately, I hate to fucking say it, like it seems like both sides of my family, there's some wealth, and it seems like anytime there's fucking problems like this, it's about money.
That's not uncommon though. I can tell.
Not at all, dude.
I've joked about my mom's farm, John. My mom's family is estranged because of exactly what you said, which is, okay, here's the farm, who gets it? And then it's estrangement, it's fucking money, and now nobody's talking to each other. Hate to say it.
Yeah. And so, like, I think when you were bringing something like this in, and it's then you just know that people are acting stupid. It's versus if someone just says, I need to leave for my own blank health, that's different. Because then it's more of a reflection on what's happening in the relationship without some stupid allure like money.
Yes. Yeah. You know what I also find interesting about this too, John? And I wonder, and I'll be curious as they pull the story to life. You may have, how I like to butcher up cliches because I'm just worse at them. You may have heard that cliche before. Where it's that old saying of where you have to, what is it? You have to leave you got to leave 100 miles from your own town before you'll get to what you're doing until you leave. It's like you had a bunch of success in your backyard, but nobody cares. But until Jon Andersen gets on a stage somewhere in the world, it's like, oh yeah, John's the greatest thing. It's like, well, fuck, man, I've been doing this my whole life, but you guys didn't pay any attention. Have you heard that before? Like kind of that old adage where,
when you were butchering, it broke up, so it got extra butchered. So take another shot at butchering.
That adage where you have to leave home to get respect from others. It's like you have to leave your circle before others recognize the greatness that you are. right? And it's like that adage where, Johnny, you know what I mean? It's like, you're this wrestler in your backyard, but until you go to Korea, nobody's like, I'm using that as an example, or until you got on a fucking stage and did some successful things, people are like, oh, he's actually successful. No shit, Sherlock. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think there's the flip side of that. You see the people that fucking split and then they never make it to that spot. And then all the shit talkers about them leaving, saying, oh, that's never going to work. They're then they're really fucking happy sitting around the fucking campfire. They've been sitting around for fucking 40 years.
Yeah.
So,
no
but
shit.
it's funny that, that like me, my personal journey, that was never really a concern of mine because I was so fucking used to being told I couldn't anyway.
Yes.
My ears were deaf to all that shit.
It's funny when you say, because I don't know if I was ever told my whole life that I couldn't do anything. I just never sensed that, and I'll be frank, I just never sensed that anybody thought that I could do it or believed that you know what I mean? It's like
it's really good fucking because you say that because it's funny. I always say I was always told I couldn't, but I shouldn't even say I'm presenting this incorrectly. Yeah. I was pathetic enough when I was young. And it's the truth. I'm happy to fucking say it. Nobody believed.
Oh, 100%.
And there's no belief. So in essence, that's saying you can't because you know what I mean? It's like so I guess it's kind of then when you go make things happen, then people believe.
Oh, absolutely. I listen, nobody ever told me except one guy who said I wasn't going to have any success. And I was like, okay, I'll go and show you, but that's a whole different story. But you just know when people just don't believe in you. You just kind of because if you've been doing it long enough, Anderson, you just know. And it's funny because my business partner, Maurice, I love him, who was shaking Mo if he's listening. We would be going to ICC meetings and I'd throw something on the table and I can see him on the other side of the phone just doing this. All right, Bilous, what are you telling me now? You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm going to do it. He's like, all right, show me when you're done. And it's like, because you just get to a point when you're that kind of person that you have such a belief that you're like, yeah, I'm getting up the side of the fucking mountain. No, you're not. Oh, okay. I'll see you on the other side.
Well, it's totally. And then you get to a certain point where the people that know you, they'll actually like, have you seen the other things that he's done? Everything everything he says he does, you just haven't been here fucking long enough to see it all. Yes.
Well, that's what, so I find funny that about this show, because a couple years ago I told everybody that I was doing this. And I know a lot of people are like, do. Yeah, okay, whatever. Well, now we're here. And now daily we got 200, 300, 400, 500 people showing up on the show. We get a few thousand people every week hanging out with us, 10, 15,000 people every month hanging out with us. Okay, no, we're not doing it. That's fine. I see Marty coming into the green room here. That's interesting. Hey, Johnny, get this. We got Petro. They say an apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But the apple sure rolls a great distance when that tree is at the top of a mountain, or better yet, hanging next to a river. Oh, well said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, Petro.
That's Petro. Hey, before we get to our next one, Anthony, Joshua, Jimmy, before we get that one, Johnny, I got Cardio Miracle from Jason Hewlett. I got it yesterday. I drank my first glass. Did you get your box?
Dude, you're fucking kidding me. I did the same thing yesterday.
You fucker. Fuck off.
I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. I had it in the cupboard, and I was like, I've had this shit for a few days, but I've been so fucking laid up. It would be silly for me to even pretend.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm actually going to do a workout today. Let's, and I've just, I've been fucking around with push-ups and shit like that, but really being cognizant of my position. Like today, I feel like I'm going to go and actually try to do something. So I drank it, and I mean, granted, I'm still not in that position where I can give it a true understanding. But there's no question that because I've experienced a lot of these products.
Well, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you fucking. I'm sure you have a book of all the ones you didn't finish.
Yeah, and so I would say there's no question that I felt something
interesting. Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was an interesting tasting. It's hard for me to say whether I felt something because I only had a glass. I enjoyed it. I want to say this though, which I think is the biggest challenge, actually, if I can talk about this from a marketing business perspective. I think the biggest challenge with Jason's product is he has one word on it that makes you kind of go, what the fuck? The word miracle. Like I wish the packaging didn't say miracle on it, because miracle makes us kind of go. It makes us kind of go.
so agree, but that's people like you and I. The fucking large public is like, oh my God, it says it's miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, brother, when I'm fucking making hooks for social media,
yes. I guess you're
it
right.
sometimes pains me to say the secret.
So
I'm like, this is so fucking dumb. I know it works so fucking well.
Yeah, God, I know.
It's like when I stand there with my shirt off, I'm like, are you fuckers really gonna? Is this all it takes, you fuckers? God damn it, man. Because shirt on, shirt off, same exact fucking video.
Yeah.
Unbelievable the difference of fucking engagement and viewers.
Oh man, that's funny, man. I'm telling you. It's I got a meeting with Jason Heald today. Yeah, I think he's interested in doing some work with us. So I'm kind of curious about that. And hey, listen, and Ben Bresington, who was on the show yesterday with the mushrooms, I dropped our addresses to him yesterday. So I expect us to get a box of stuff. And you know what I'm enjoying? I said to Melissa yesterday, we need to find more people like that so we can try products, talk about products, and bring that onto our show like we did yesterday. That was kind of kind of interesting. So and you, what I like about you is that you're the good conduit, right, between the two of us, because you're like, magic juice, fuck that, we don't want to try it. I'm interested. Talk to my assistant. We want to try it. So it's like you're
smelling this shit for so fucking long.
I know. That's like, what I love, because
I can fucking. It's like Jesus Christ. It's
so
like I mean.
So nation, here's going to be Keith and John's role. I'm going to be the lion, go the hunt the folks. You're going to I'll bring them back, and you'll decide whether we're going to eat it or not. So then you can say, okay, this is good or this is not good, and so to speak. So speaking of
I like this plan, but we need to change the vocabulary.
Okay, tell me.
Because you and hunting, you're gonna wave your broom at him to scare him towards me so I can hunt them.
No, I'm not a hunter. Hey, so why is it that
it's fun to pretend though?
It's fun to pretend, isn't it? Yeah, I like to pretend too. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, so here's a question for you. Why is it that we I don't know if it's coincidence, if it's irony, if it's just life, but all of a sudden, somebody's in the headlines doing crazy shit, making big money, doing incredible, just all this, like just at the top of the world, and then tragedy strikes. Jimmy.
Breaking news from Nigeria. Joshua is stable after a crash. 2 fatalities are reported. We are not here for details. We are here for meaning. If you're chasing goals, do not neglect your people. Drop a prayer for the families, then pick one person and text them now. That's the move today.
So it's crazy. The guy goes from being on stage, one of the biggest fights of his career, to yesterday, him being in a car crash with 2 of his best friends who die. Anthony Joshua, the guy was in that boxing match with Logan Paul. I don't know if you heard the news or saw the news or aware of it, but I put it on the table today because it's like, you and I have been around this planet long enough where you see somebody at the top of their game, and then all of a sudden, a few days later, you're like, what the fuck
happened, brother? I'll tell you exactly why. I see it all the fucking time. And
I know you do. Tell me.
So you bust your ass to get to this place.
Yeah.
You're existing on a new plane.
Mm-hmm.
Now the universe is going to test you. Are you really ready to be here or not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, bam.
Yeah.
It's going to basically knock you back down because, you got there, but you really weren't ready to stay there. When it's kind of like, okay, you're a champion now. Are you prepared to? And I don't know what happened, so I'm not trying to blame him.
No. I know exactly what you're saying.
But it's the universe is saying, okay, you're a champion, and I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about in general. This is just a blanket statement.
Johnny, I've been there. I know exactly what you're saying. I've been there. All of a sudden, you wake up, and you're like on the top of the planet, and everybody's.
Are you really prepared to exist here?
No,
you're not prepared to exist here.
No,
whatever reason it is, you're not ready. And so we have to knock you back down. And sometimes people get knocked down like the loss of his 2 best friends. Fuck, man, that's
I know.
Be brutal.
Yeah.
But that right there is probably that's going to be a lesson that he'll never forget.
Well, and that's why I put it out here, because we've seen how many NFL athletes, Major League Baseball players, NHL guys, you go from nothing to signing the big contract. And the next thing you know, they wake up on the Monday and all their friends that they grew up with, or all their hanger-oners, or all their friends. And like you said, they're all of a sudden in the next playing field. They get private planes. They get what's that entitlement starts to show up. And like you said, you get tested. And I'll say on a very minute level, I was that. All of a sudden I woke up on a Monday with a whole new bank account and a whole new lifestyle, and was fortunate. I was able to make some good decisions along the way that didn't put me in this bad spot. But I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's time and time again we see this, don't we?
Dude, it's kind of crazy. It's here now. When we were on our drive,
Yeah.
we did a lot of driving.
Yeah.
Some fun conversations, and somehow, some way, I don't know how we got here, but she was just talking about kind of watching me go through the transitions of my different adventures athletically.
Yes.
And she's all, it was really interesting because, you worked so hard and you did things that totally amazed me to get to these new places, and I remember like some of the fuck, I mean, I would just, it was the absolute epitome of doing what was necessary. It was what was required to get there. That's what was happening. But she said that wasn't the hardest part for you. And I was like, oh, really? What did you see?
Oh,
the hardest part was staying there.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it's like once you get there, now you've got this whole new fucking environment you've got to learn to navigate. And if you don't navigate it properly, it'll fucking spit you right back to the bottom of the hill.
Yes. Well, then again, we've seen enough stories where we have athletes that have come from broken or different type of upbringings that are thrust from the hood to Beverly Hills. Okay. So now what? Or actors, look at that story we ran last week, John, that fella from Nickelodeon, right? So, there's another example, right? He probably was on a high and then lost it all. And now he's living on the street. Remember we had that chat with that fellow, about that fellow. So yeah. So when
you break it down a little further, what I saw when we were talking about that was, okay. So you enter the front door of this, let's just call it this new house.
Yes. Well said.
New party.
Yep.
The hardest fucking part is learning who to trust.
Oh, and who you
like, fuck, man. Okay, you trust the wrong person.
Yeah.
You're going to end up getting sent to the bottom of the fucking mountain real fucking quick.
Yes. You let them inside the house. You trust them. That's so well said, man. So well said. Hey,
well, it's twofold. It's like, first you're going in the front door.
Yep.
You have to meet these people and you have to figure out who to trust. Then once you trust the right people and you establish yourself, then you have to figure out who the fuck not to let in the front door.
Yep.
So it's a fucking slippery slope, man.
Or kicking the ones out that have been around you for so long because you are trying to get to that next level in your life, and you know that the only way to do that is to remove some of the riffraff around you, and I can't imagine the challenges that come with that as well, right? So, hey, Johnny, over 21% of YouTube shorts as of today are AI generated slop. A study finds.
New account feed, 21% AI slop after 16 real clips. That's the new default. And 33% was brain rot. That's a lot of noise. Those slop channels hit 221 M subs. Real creators are getting buried. That's why trust is a moat. You can't outsource it. We're not anti-AI. We're anti-trash incentives. So what's your filter strategy? We'll build one live.
I just put this out there to continue supporting our narrative because it's not surprising to me. Right. There's just a ton of AI generated content, and it is what it is. It's not going away. It's the world we live in now. It's easy to make, and people want to watch instead of read, which I think continues to add value to the type of live conversations that we're creating here. Because you can consume slop and just flick, or you can come join a conversation or watch long form content. So
it's crazy, dude, because as I watch, like I'm always watching in the morning.
Sure,
I'm
you are
listening. I'm watching.
Yeah.
But lately, I've been trying to learn about silver because there's so much fucking happening. When I say learn, I'm just trying to understand more of what's shifting because there's so much shifting.
Yes.
And I gotta say that, as soon as I figure out that because you almost can't fucking tell if there's some new video with some new, I don't know, speaker, what do you call it?
Yeah.
And you see that there's a lot of viewership. You can't help but to want to see what they're saying, right?
Yes.
Then it's like, fuck, man, I figure out this is not a fucking real person.
No.
And then at that point, you think, well, who the fuck's behind it? Because I want to hear the guy who has been in this fucking, like Ray Dalio. You know that name?
Yes, absolutely.
There was these fucking videos, and now with the voices, they can fucking make these voices so well. So I'm listening to these things, and I'm like, God, it sounds like him. You know, and as I'm listening, I'm catching little tweaks. I listen,
yeah.
And I'm like, motherfucker, this is not him. So at that point, I don't want to hear those videos anymore.
Bingo. Well, so I'm going to say something to you and take this, and I want you to hear me and take it for what it's worth, because I'm hearing this from people that I'm talking to these days off the show. Like, as every day we do this, our responsibility is, this is going to sound like I'm not trying to create hyperbole in this. This is just fact. There's not many people that are doing this every single day. We carry a responsibility with this because we're live. My point is that when we're making a statement, we need to be backing it up with something that's factual or something that's supportive, and that we can't just dropping shit, because there's enough shit that's out there that if people are going to end up here and they hear you say something, they're going, oh, that's actually Jon saying it, not to your point of the Ray Dalio stuff. So I'll tell you, man, as I believe that as you and I keep doing this, when my moms, the dads, the people that are tuning into you and I, they're going, well, Keith said that, Jon said that, it must be true. And so it's no different than you and I growing up with Cronkite or the big newscasters. Dude, there's responsibilities with what we are doing on a daily basis. You think 6 months from now, when more stuff is AI generated slop, people are looking for that trustworthy head. Well, if Andersen said this and I can have a live conversation with him, credibility, right? So,
well, yeah, I mean, and I think let's define slop. So AI can be used to enhance
100%
a respectable opinion,
a
known respectable opinion, or it can be used to imitate.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's
and
the imitation that's the slop. You agree?
Here's what I get nervous, man. I'm going to put your mom in the category with my mom and dad. So I got my mom and dad and your mom, 3 people sitting on Facebook watching videos today. They would not have any clue what is real and not real. Like, and they're the kind of folks that are going to sit around with their friends saying, well, Jon, I saw this on Facebook today. Dalio was on there saying that silver's doing this and silver's doing that. And then Brian's calling the investor, and then Brian's calling your mom. And all of a sudden the 3 of them are making decisions on things that are factually not true. And that's just literally around the corner, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's 100% true, brother. I mean, it's going to be I mean, these imitations are, if you don't really fucking know the person you're watching, these imitations are hard to pick up on.
Absolutely. Well, so, and it's interesting to hear what you said, because if you remember the advice I threw on the table last week, which was humans today are preferring AI generated photos over real photos, because we like to see filters of ourselves. But it's true, right? Because we don't like, oh, I don't want to be fat. Can you make me look better? Okay, well, that's the better photo of you. That's what I prefer. But what we're also being taught is these deep fakes are so good. And think to how you decided in your brain how Dalio wasn't real. You had an emotional reaction because you're like, wait, something's not adding up here. Right. So what experts, quote unquote experts, are suggesting to us is that we got to lean into our emotions of curiosity to determine whether something is real or not. So as you were watching that Dalio video, something was, in your gut, which was telling you to go, asking that one more question, which convinced you that it wasn't real.
Yeah, for sure. And now you're realizing if it's just a voice, a picture,
yes,
the voice, they've taken half of their challenge out of the equation.
Absolutely. Hey, I got a question for you. So we're both animal guys. I love my dogs. I know you love your dogs, but here's a question for you. I did not know. Well, I guess I kind of knew this, but didn't really know about it until I dug into the facts around it. If you died with your dogs, Marty's in the lab. What's going on, Marty?
What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
How are you, brother?
Just slides into the lab.
Great, man.
Just quietly slides in. Okay. Well, then, Marty, here's the question for the both of you then. If you died with your dogs, would your dogs eat you to stay alive?
I hope so.
Marty.
If you died with your dogs.
Yep.
Your dogs were there when you died.
Yes.
Yeah, you had to rephrase the question. Thanks, Johnny.
You got it, man. I got you, man. You know this little nutty fucker.
I was about to get him. Yeah,
you got to decode what he talks about.
Yeah, I'm used to this fucking guy.
This is the funny form language. This is the funny farm language here.
I don't think my dogs will eat me.
Oh,
Dark headline. If you died alone, your pet might scavenge. They're not evil. They're hungry. Dogs can start within 1 day. Cats often wait 2 to 3. Forensics sees it enough to account for it. Fix is simple. Daily check-ins and an auto feeder. Not paranoia. It's adulting.
so I just think we learned, Johnny, that Marty's dogs would not eat dark meat.
Oh Lord. Jesus Christ.
That's insane. That's crazy.
So anyways, dogs would start eating you within a day. Cats would take a couple, 2 to 3 days.
See, I think here's the thing. I think that what we're not doing here, Mark, what do you think about this? So, I mean, I understand the idea that they wouldn't eat you, but I think animals are much fucking more intelligent on a spiritual level they give them credit for. They know that you are gone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You believe in that? Because now they're just eating meat. It used to be you.
No, you're bang on. You're bang on, John. It's survival skills. They're like, okay,
good point. Yeah,
I need to eat. I need to. So, and the pets do not follow wild scavenging patterns. So they're going to start with exposed areas like the head instead of the torso. And this will, and John, to your point, this is going to occur regardless of bond strength. Hunger and opportunity override loyalty. So I understand.
If there's any sort of like, the you, meaning you're still there, they're trying to keep you alive. They're protecting you with their own lives. But then once you are gone and it's just this piece of meat, I think that now they recognize that, okay, this is just part of the natural selection, so to speak.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But it's to stay alive. The simple point is this: to stay alive, they're going to eat you. That's just it's literally as simple as that. Good morning, everybody.
And when you get hungry enough, like in bodybuilding, sometimes you get, and I got with my fucking eating, my weirdo eatingness, my fucking freaky deaky eating shit. You get hungry, and the stuff that fucking seems good is off the fucking charts. Remember I talked about I've eaten fucking dog food before just to try it. Yes. I was that, if I got something to eat, it's not very interesting to me, but when I fucking eaten like some really fucking weird shit, because I've been fucking hungry, like the show Fear Factor where they're eating maggots and stuff.
Yes.
Right. I'd be like, I just get myself really fucking hungry. I could eat the ass out of a rhino if I had to.
I've often wondered where some of these cliches come from. Like I could eat the ass out of a rhino, or I could, so has somebody eaten the ass? Petro, I know you're listening. Has somebody eaten the ass out of a rhino? Dr. John Petrocelli. I'd like to know. Maybe
that's just the nastiest thing you can think about. That's why you put it in front of there.
Maybe there's a book, Johnny, on Petro's shelf that he's only half read, which talks about eating the ass of a rhino. Just wondering.
Someone tells me he read that whole book.
It was interesting to him, so he read the whole book.
Oh my God. I love how
there's got to be a lesson in there somewhere,
I love as we continue to get to know the resident doc. He's like our brother. We can just throw more and more underneath the tractor or underneath the tractor.
He's not on the show right now, so he can say whatever.
No, we can just
he can't rebuttal. Yeah. Can't defend himself.
That's exactly. Oh, he just made a comment. Several people have eaten the asses out of rhinos.
So he did read the book. So now we know you read the book.
Now we gotta know, is it like just literally just chewing on a dirty butt, or is this some sort of a delicacy like the colon after the animal's been fucking slaughtered and cleaned?
Oh my God. You're hanging out with Keith, John, and Marty this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We're in the void week in between Christmas and New Year's. It's funny, guys, because I was having a conversation just before you guys got on here this morning. There's a lot of folks that are going to wait till next Monday to start their New Year's stuff. And this makes me laugh, man. Next Monday is January 5th. And then a weekend is already January 12th. It's already halfway through January. And folks are like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get started. Marty, I know you got people going, I'll start on Monday next week. What the fuck, man? Like, it's funny, Marty, because Keith and John got to the show yesterday and we were both like, do. He's like, yeah, let's go right now. And there's people that are waiting till next week or next year kind of thing. So,
man, I had a new sign up yesterday.
Did you?
And I tell her, all right, let's start tomorrow, as in today. She's like, no, I'm gonna start next week. I'm gonna eat all the junk food and drink alcohol and get started in the new year. I'm like, you're already starting off on the wrong foot.
Oh,
Hey,
that's funny. That's funny. We got Exceptional Bushy. I like Maya better than my own wife. Well, good for you, Exceptional Bushy. That is awesome. Hey, Jimmy, let's put this epic spot on the screen here. Johnny, have you done this? We got Thor doing some. So I always I love learning from you. So I like to find cool shit so we can learn from you from. So check out this grip strength exercise that I saw yesterday. Check this one out. Have you done this before?
It's called. Well, I can't see. Is it a big handle?
Yeah. So like
okay, that's big. It's fucking Thor, so you look small. It's called a roll.
It looks small because of him. You're right.
Yeah, I believe it's a Rolling Thunder handle.
So how does that work?
So it's big. Like,
okay,
if my hand was on that bitch, it would be like this open, right?
Oh, really?
But it fucking rotates. Like the world. I've spent a while since I've seen, or since I've been aware what the world record is, but. I mean, like he's probably, for knowing him, he's probably fucking just whooped the world record. But
yeah,
like if you can moat, like perfect example, if we had one of those,
yes,
you guys would be hard pressed to pick up 150 pounds.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Really fucking difficult. It took me a while to break 200.
Can you help me through the mechanics of it? What is it? Is it the grip around it that's so hard? Like, why would it be hard for Keith and Marty? Is it because we can't get our hand around it? Like, what's the difficulty?
Well, that's one element, but the fact that it rotates, it spins. So you try to get a deep grip and boom, it goes to here. So it's your pinch. If your thumb can't hold on, your thumb can't keep.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah. So there's three types of grip. There's pinch, which is this.
Yes.
That Rolling Thunder turns out to be a pinch because if your thumb can't keep it in.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's pinch. There's crush, which would be a gripper.
Yes.
Like when those things were real popular, this is back when I was in strength. I think I was the 41st man to close the number 3.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then there's support, which is like how long you can hold something that doesn't spin.
Okay.
Like a farmer's walk would be support.
Yeah.
Deadlift, a deadlift hold would only be support if you were allowed to have a mixed grip.
Okay.
Because if it spins, now then it's not support grip anymore.
Is that gadget or whatever it's called to hold that weight together, John? Is that like a custom thing, or would he have built that, or those are strength?
No, that's a universal.
Okay.
It's called a Rolling Thunder.
I see.
Yeah, truly the name Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder. I see Adam.
Hence the word roll.
Oh, yeah. So then I'm thinking there's a plate in the bottom. You stack your plates on it, and it make a nut on the bottom.
Yeah. So if you were to buy one, you'd buy the handle. It would just be the spinning part with the little gadget to hook. Then you'd have to buy the pin, which is where you stack all the plates on. And you'd have to buy a carabiner to hook them together.
Yeah.
Thor's just stacked a whole shitload of plates on that pin.
Yep.
So if you look back, you're looking at the Rolling Thunder, a carabiner hooked onto a pin with plates stacked on there. A shitload of plates. So I don't know what the fuck that was, but that was, I mean, you got to remember a dude with a hand that big, he's probably touching back here.
That's incredible. Marty, have you seen that before today? I did not until I set up for today's show.
Never seen it.
That's deep strength enthusiast stuff. That's deep.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's fascinating to me. So Johnny, that's why I love having you on the team here, because I love that shit. So now I can learn about it.
I have one of those fucking right.
Oh, you do, eh? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, you had to train them because it was like, this is all in strength. You have to fucking train your grip. There's just no two fucking ways about it. You know.
Marty. So one of the things. Oh, look at that. There you go. Oh, I see that. Okay, look at how big that fucking grip is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The black part spins.
Yeah.
The parts on the end, that's static. And you can't, your hands can't go over that. They have to remain completely on the black.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Because if you fudge your finger over onto where it's static, now you're making the roll. It doesn't spin as easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like cheating.
But I mean, dude, how many fucking times, like back in the fucking day, we would call a Hercules hold.
Yes.
You're coming out, you're fucking grabbing a hold of these two. If you can see my arms out straight.
Yeah.
Grabbing a hold of these two. They were static grip at that point. It didn't spin. Just 6 feet beyond, there's a chain that's hooked onto those. That's hooked onto two fucking cars.
Yes.
And those fucking cars are in fucking like 20-degree ramps. and basically got people in the fucking cars, and you got a ref standing in front of you, and you're standing there like this, and you're telling them, you know, I want this one to go out that much further. Boom, boom, you know, boom, boom. You're telling the ref where you want the fucking cars to go, and you're waiting for what you're waiting for is one of these movements. You don't feel it get any harder, and as soon as you feel that, you know you got all the fucking weight in your hands. Boom, you give him this, and he starts the clock.
So I noticed that you use neck movements for that. Well, I've noticed they have a new exercise that teaches that. Jimmy, let's put this one up here. So strength training is now, they're training this, Johnny, to help men do that exact exercise, is moving their head around so that they can do that thing you did.
That's some sort of a fucking like a TV show from Asia somewhere.
It absolutely is. This is so dumb, but I found it when you walked right into it by putting your head over here. I was like, okay, here's a good freaking move for me to bring this together. But yeah, that's some game show in Asia with people fucking having a stick. I tell you, man, the game show shit in Asia just makes me laugh. I'm telling you.
How do they come up with that shit?
Well, that's exactly it. How do they come up with this shit is exactly right.
Real quick, since we're talking about grip,
yeah,
I started doing they got this new gym in the area, and I started doing the fat grip curls.
Okay.
With the fat grip dumbbells, John.
Yes.
So I'm working on my grip too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I like grip strength. Hey, so I'm not here to talk.
I was trying to figure out what the Nate was as well.
What's
What the fuck was that?
Just the grip around the waist.
And then how the waist comes in.
Hey, so 10 years ago, the world lost an airplane, and I'm not here to talk conspiracies. I'm just a curious soul, but they're starting to look for this one again. Jimmy.
December 30, the hunt restarts. That date matters. Let's go. New detection methods plus deeper AUVs. Smaller target, better odds. This is the strongest push in years. Hey, the internet will turn it into content. We won't. Closure is the headline.
So I don't know if you guys care, but I only care because I'm curious. But they are looking again for Malaysia Airlines 370 that disappeared 10 years ago with 240 people. And they're going to try to find it again. So it's just one of those curious things that, where'd the plane go? So
I don't think people understand. And it's crazy. I just heard this in a recent documentary I was watching with my mom during Thanksgiving, that like we've explored like 20% of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Yes.
I mean, we know more about fucking space than we know about the fucking ocean.
It's so true, Anderson. So true. Right. And so, but does it make
real quick, one of the theories of this whole thing was everybody looks up into the fucking sky.
Yes.
Like there's fucking aliens up there. They'd be fucking smarter to live down in the deep water.
Oh yeah.
It's so far this has been the most extensive underwater search in aviation history. So Johnny, to your statement about how we've only discovered 20% of the ocean, they've already scoured 120,000 square kilometers between 2014 and 17, and they never found any of the wreckage. And there's people that have all these different conspiracy theories, whether the plane landed on an island somewhere, whether it's in Russia, or whether Putin took it, or who knows where it went. But I got to admit, it's fascinating how something can just vanish.
Well, but think about what we just said about the ocean. If it lands out in some spot and it sank down deeper than we go, I mean, it's fucking in a pretty good hiding spot.
Yeah, something to be said for that. Marty, what's your thoughts on it?
Maybe it went to the same place that submarine went a couple years ago. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, the one that exploded there. Yeah,
they all went to the same place, probably. Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory.
That is your conspiracy theory. So when we come back in the second hour, I want to put some curious thoughts on the table. But before we do that, if you're walking through the bushes, again, I get curious with crazy shit being developed. It's clear to me that the conflict in Europe is all about people developing new technologies. Check this out, and I just put this into the what the fuck is this category. If you're in the bushes, make sure you look up. Check this out. So they have created these drones. They're called ambush drones. They perch in the tree underneath the branches and the leaves. And when you're in the area, they can emerge from the trees to attack you. They're like fucking eagles. They're talons. Like they have like they claw on there. And so they're deploying these in Ukraine right now to help win the field. But I'm a boy, and this kind of shit makes me curious and fascinates me. But check that out. I thought it was kind of neat. That's just one of those things.
So that thing will fly down and grab a hold of you with its claws.
Yeah, well, no, it's got missiles and guns on it. So, it's like a bird.
Shit.
It'll hide up in the trees, John. So just like a bird hiding in the trees. And when it's ready,
so it doesn't have to be airborne. They can plant them and wait for someone. Like they know the path of a crew.
Yes.
They're like, well, let's just fucking get them 3 miles north of where they're coming through. And as soon as they show up, they can sit in the trees and start banging out shots.
Exactly correct. Yep. Exactly correct. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
So
that's insane, man. I mean, the shit has changed. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
We just think what we don't know about.
Oh
man.
That's what we don't know about. Exactly. It is crazy, Matty Roof. And
absolutely probably got war robots.
Oh, fucking rights they do. Hey, China's deploying robots on the Vietnam-Chinese border in the new year. So a whole robot force on the border, not humans, will be managing the border there. So
that's what we need.
Well, yeah, 100% on both sides of the border, here in Canada and on the other side. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. I'll tell you what, I'm with you guys. Good morning and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Jimmy, let's do a lifestyle tip with Andersen. We'll come back, reset hour 2. And then I want to come back and have some chats with the boys around motivation and spanking. I want to talk spanking and I want some help. I want some help how to have a conversation with somebody I love. And I want to ask you guys some help for that. So Jim, lifestyle tip with Andersen, hour 2 reset, and we'll keep the show going this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith.
All right, yesterday we talked about those of you that have a resolution. You're ready to go, but you're still waiting. And unfortunately, the statistics show that if you continue to wait, you'll be back here next year doing the same dumb shit. So here's the tip. This year, don't think about starting early. Just think about getting rolling. A soft start, maybe, if you will. Don't call it these terms are what's throwing you off. Maybe just come at this thing halfway. Just do anything you can to get out of the gate, moving in the right direction of this resolution that you're getting ready to start. Because, and I'm not a big connoisseur of doing things halfway, but I am a big connoisseur of starting something, even if it's not perfect. Well, in your mind, it's not perfect until it's the right time, and the fucking right time's never going to show up. So that being said, don't wait until the 1st or the 4th or whatever silly fucking start date you have for yourself. Just start today with a little bit of what you're doing. And what'll happen is that little bit will feel good. And tomorrow you want to do a little more. And before you know it, you'll be out of the gate. But most importantly, you're breaking free of this pattern that's been keeping you sitting in the same fucking spot for the last decade or however long it's been that you've been doing this same dumb shit where you make a resolution, you wait to get out of the gate, and then the same dumb shit happens again next year. So remember, think about titling it what you want. Soft start, a little bit, but don't wait. Rock and roll.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We are resetting for hour 2. If you're just joining us, here's what you missed in hour 1. We opened up the show with the morning loop at the conversation desk with Sterling and Preston. We had the conversation that Malcolm is back, Malcolm in the Middle, and why Malcolm walked away from his family for 10 years. Plus, we got into the Anthony Joshua story that turned into something much bigger than a fight. We get into the rise of AI-generated slop flooding YouTube shorts, the renewed search for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. And yes, that uncomfortable reminder about what your pet might do if left to its own devices. The question was this: will your pet eat you? Will your pet eat you if it's hungry? Good morning, Devoa G. What's shaking? You're at Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Good morning, Spartacus. Good to see you out there, my friend. And we got Adam out there. We got Petro out there. We got Spartacus out there. We got Sullivan out there. I know we got Good Time out there as well. Coming up next, guys, deep dive. We're going to break down why motivation is a trap and laying out a clear, practical 2026 blueprint. We're also going to step inside a serious conversation around spanking. I got some curiosity caches on the table. What happens if birds fall from the sky? Well, I'm going to show you. And then we're going to move to Morning Focus, where I call it the January Fitness Delusions. Dova G, I'm alive. Where are you joining us from, Dova? I'd like to see where you're joining us from. So, guys, grab that coffee, settle back, strap in, stick with us for some more entertaining conversations and real talk in hour 2. It starts right now.
Motivation feels like power. It's a feeling, not a system. Feelings move, schedules don't. And if your 2026 plan runs on hype, it's on borrowed time. Today, we build non-negotiables, not vibes. Real cost isn't progress, it's identity. And every quit and restart tells your brain, I'm a guy who breaks. Swap the question. Don't ask, how do I feel? Ask, what does my system say? Then execute it. Pick one keystone for 60 days. Wake, train, or focus. Drop the time in chat and lock it. If motivation vanished tomorrow, what falls apart first? That's your work. Keith, take it.
I got a video coming up, guys, to show you. I got an actual video of what happens when an earthquake happens and the tectonic plates shift. First video ever captured seeing that. It's actually pretty fucking cool to see how the world shifted around. Hey, guys, you guys can join the show with us live. Coming up in the bottom of the second hour here, 431-300-3005. Come join the conversation. Motivation fades, systems stay. We're talking motivation with myself, John, and Marty. Marty, I'm going to start with you, man. Do you think motivation is supposed to show up every day, or is that the lie? Because Marty, you and I and John don't talk much about motivation. It's intrinsic in ourselves, but people that are tuning in or people that are joining in our conversation and listening in, maybe they're trying to learn about motivation. So Sweden, Dova? But Marty, is it a lie? Is it supposed to show up, or how does one become motivated? Christopher Martin.
It's definitely a lie. And, you'll feel motivated some days, but it's just not reality. People who get things accomplished, people who become successful are not motivated all the time. And it's got to be something, it's got to be a bigger picture. And you just can't focus on the motivation. If people only did things when they were motivated, shit wouldn't get done.
That's interesting. John, you and I talked about this a little bit yesterday.
I was going to say, all you have to do to have your daily motivation is focus on your discipline. Because
have you had people? Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. No, have you had
people are really fucking kicking ass? They're fucking motivated every day because their discipline is so fucking strong that they can't wait to fucking do it again.
I'm going to make an assumption here, so correct me if I'm wrong. When men reach out to you for mentoring and coaching, John, are they saying to you, I need you to motivate me, Johnny? I need some help being motivated. Do they use those words? Have they used those words to you?
I think it's more implied.
It is yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like if making a terrible example, but if somebody shows up and he's 250 pounds overweight,
yes,
you don't really have to talk about that he needs to lose 250 pounds.
So let's go there. Yeah, it absolutely does. Marty, you're going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, some people come to me with that, and I tell them, take your shirt off and look in the mirror. That's your motivation.
Oh,
look at that belly. That's your motivation. Sounds harsh, but if you need something to motivate you, just the fact that you aren't where you want to be, or if you're not close to it, that could be motivation too. So you can look at the negative thing, that caused you to want to get started to be a motivation as well. I just want to add that in.
Well, it's interesting, Marty, because having you say that or John say that, so you guys both mentors, of men. I wonder if put myself. Would I prefer to hear that from you, or would I prefer to hear that from a doctor down the road who eventually says, hey, Bilous, dude, you've been fucking living a shitty life. Here's some diabetes medication because you're the bad decisions you've been making for a long time. So, Marty or Johnny, you calling me out for the fat belly, maybe that's the best thing you can say to somebody. No?
Well, another way to put it to people is look, you're going to pay no matter what.
Yes.
Like a lot of times they're like, God, this healthy lifestyle is expensive. I said, well, you're going to pay either way. You're going to pay now to live a good life. You're going to pay later to stay alive. What do you want to pay for?
Yeah. We're going to bring Maya Reyes into the conversation here as well. Maya's sitting back there. We talked earlier on the show here. Maya, on a dead motivation morning, as a young lady getting up and getting after it, what does your system say to do first before your brain renegotiates, Maya?
I don't ask how I feel, and I check the clock and do the first 2 minutes before my brain debates. My system starts the night before, shoes out, water ready, phone in the kitchen, so friction can't win. I keep a minimum I never skip. 10 minutes counts. Consistency protects identity when motivation disappears.
Johnny, you talked about a minute.
That's my fucking playbook, dude.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, duh, because she might be reading your words, which is exactly your playbook. I like to just get moving. 2 minutes, 1 minute. And I was thinking about what you said yesterday, Anderson. Just put your shoes on. And I was really, Marty, because Keith and John were having this conversation yesterday, and he's like, just put your shoes on. And I thought to myself, people come to you, Marty, I need to get fit in 30 days. And John's like, no, just put your fucking shoes on. And that's fascinating because it's a completely different look at it, but it's actually the right answer. You know what I mean? Like it's like, well, sure, Keith, it's the right answer. Too often we get too caught up in all the other noise. We're just putting your shoes on the step. Marty.
Yeah, well, sometimes it just takes a simple step like that. People make it so complicated. Like if somebody tells me like, how long is this going to take? Or what can I do in 30 days? What can I do in 60 days? Don't even look at it that way. Just the simple step of putting your shoes on, the simple step of let me show up 5 times this week. Or let me eat 3 clean meals today. Let me just focus on one small thing. That's going to get you a lot further if you repeat that small step consistently than looking at the big picture,
John coached me. Seriously now, actually. So I spent some time over the holidays with somebody who's in my family who I love, who I can see has made some accumulative decisions that makes Husky Keith Marty look small. And I'm wondering how to have the conversation with this person. I'm wondering how to not embarrass them. I'm wondering how to show love and empathy. And I'm wondering how to walk them, John, towards what you, me, and Marty know without offending, hurting. And you know exactly what I'm trying to say. And I got to be honest with you, I was thinking about this morning. I don't know how to do it. Can you help me? How do I do it?
The first thing that I would want to know is I'd want to understand the relationship you have with this person. And I'd ask you a question.
Yeah.
Has this person ever held your scrotum before?
No.
Okay, so we know that they're not from the funny farm, so we're dealing with normal situations.
Yes.
I didn't know where he was going with that. I was like, what?
Imagine if
it's
it
a
was
funny farm. That's what they did. They just played. They fondled each other's scrotums on the funny farm. So it's a different relationship out there.
If they did that,
help you. I don't know how to help you with the bylaws of those relationships.
If they did that, you should be able to say anything to them. You shouldn't be asking Johnny for advice.
Well, I think the simplest thing to do is because obviously if it sounds like you're worried about offending them, you're worried about crossing a line. Is that correct?
Yeah, and just maybe hurting somebody's feelings. Because here's the thing: because we both know they know, John. They know, and they've tried before. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? They've tried, they failed.
Then are you in private or is this in front of a group?
No, it would be private. I think it would be private. Yeah.
Well, so basically what I would do in the conversation is I would try to like open the topic talking about myself.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And if they followed along, then they would allow you to do it gently. If they were in denial, then at some point say, okay, look, dude, I'm going to be honest. I'm doing this because I care. Because this is not easy for me to do this because I love you.
Oh, yes.
Like, you got a fucking problem. And I'm here to be honest with you. only because I love you. I'm being honest. If I didn't love you, I would just walk away and let you keep killing yourself. But I'm not going to do that. So I know this is hard for you, but I promise you, this is probably more difficult for me because I know I'm, according to society, stepping out of line here.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna grab the courage to have this conversation with this person because I can see them going down a path that is not a good path. And
then you probably, if you offer to help,
yes,
now you're not just fucking kicking somebody in the nuts and walking away. The odds are he won't ask you to help.
No,
But
he won't.
Now
He
you've
won't.
completely fucking rocked his world with some honesty that he drastically needs.
Yes. No, he won't ask for help. 100%.
Yeah. So you're safe saying, I'll help you. Whatever you need, I'm here. You know he's going to deny that. But you're not just kicking him and walking away. You're kicking him and offering to help him back to his feet.
But you know what I find fascinating, Marty, I want to bring you into this one, is that because we know the answers to these solutions is such a massive lifestyle change for some people. And I think that is the hardest thing, which is, oh my God, like, you mean I can't go drink with my buddies or go eat the shitty food and do all this? And Marty, I see you nodding. And it's like I'm trying to strip. It's like I'm trying to say to you, I'm taking your world away from you. And I gotta give you a new world. I'm inviting you to a new world. Marty, what do you say to that person?
Well, let's look at the results of your way. Let's look at the results of drinking with your buddies all the time, right? What did that get you? It got you feeling sluggish. You got the belly you don't want. You don't like how you look. You don't like how you fit your clothes, right? So it's only logical that you have to switch it up if you want something different, right? If these actions got this result, it can't produce a different result, right? So if you want the fit body, if you want to feel better, more energetic, be more confident, you're probably going to have to switch a lot of things up. And a lot of people, they think it's possible to get a different result with the same actions. It just doesn't work that way, you know?
Well, and if it was me, I wouldn't even talk about the body. Mm-hmm. I would talk about, if they got kids, I go right to the kids.
Yes.
Is this
for sure.
Is this the leadership you want? And even when I was talking to this person, I wouldn't be saying if you want the body. I'm saying, look, do you want to be fucking, do you want to be dying from this? This is killing you.
Yep.
I mean, of course, the body is going to be a positive side effect. If
yeah, for sure.
But generally speaking, now all of a sudden you've given this person ammunition. You're just the shallow motherfucker. So you can't talk about the things that you can't talk about the visual part of the paycheck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So Preston, I want to bring you into this one as well here, because maybe this would relate to the person I'm thinking about. But Preston, when motivation is zero, how do you feel and how do you reset fast, and what system keeps you steady on those hard mornings? Preston.
I learned mood isn't a manager. I treat it like weather, and I follow the plan I wrote on a better day. First 5 minutes are physical, water, light, a short walk. Then I open my calendar and execute the next block. If I miss, I reset fast, no shame. I protect the streak by lowering the bar, not lowering the standard.
Yeah, lowering the bar is the key, isn't it? Johnny, put your shoes on.
Lowering the fucking barrier of entry.
Yes.
Not the fact that I'll do it tomorrow. That's lowering the bar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. The way you reframe that. 100%.
Yeah, the way he described that, most people aren't going to understand that vocabulary. That language doesn't make sense to most. The bar is later, tomorrow. That's lowering the bar.
Yeah.
The barrier of entry is making it easier to get started.
Well, it's interesting.
That's the standard. Because
Maddie has a question here. What does the dude love help him see how his lifestyle is harming or a barrier to that? And then Lauren says, the desired result has to outweigh the perceived effort. Well, the problem is, and again, I'm looking at you, Bertie, because I'm thinking that this person I'm referring to maybe kind of would be people like would be in your cycle of clients, Marty, but it's like a lifestyle. That's person and their wife. It's like we like to socialize, have a good time all the time.
Does he have kids?
Yes.
Well, it fucking sets it. Say, look, dude.
Oh, I know.
You're fucking. This is what your kids don't fucking care what you say. They care. They watch what you do. They are 75% more likely to be lard asses now. And this is where you got to start getting stiff with them.
Yeah. What's incredible?
75% more likely to go fucking drinking with it. Do you want your kids to live like you do?
And what's incredible too?
Yes or no? It's yes or no. Yes or no. Because no. Yes or no. Now you got to start pinning him to fucking admittal. He's got to admit what the fuck's going on. Admittal. It's not even a word, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Marty?
Yeah, no, I agree with Johnny 100%, man. You got to come from a place of love, but you got to be straightforward and honest, you know.
Yeah,
So
you opening
Johnny's
with that
absolutely right.
fucking thing, but then you've given yourself. That's like when you just say, "Look, my apologies, but now I'm gonna let you have it."
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think that way, Johnny's way too, is going to create like more of a sense of urgency when you come at him that way.
You know what the thing is too, Marty and John, is that here's where I take joy in this. I know the end result if this person decides to make the change. Because you know what happens, right? Is months down the road, it's like, holy fuck, man, I feel great. Look at me. I look great in the mirror. My pants are this. But it's trying to find somebody to see that part, right? And that you know, it's because the three of us know that that's the good feeling. It's like, okay, we know how I'm going to feel after my workout today, but it's getting to that person there, right? And I guess that's kind of the challenge here. Let's wrap this up, Maya. I'm going to float a final question to you, Maya. Turn this into something the chat can keep for 60 days. What's the simplest keystone system and what counts as done?
Pick one keystone habit for 60 days. I want it boring and specific. Choose wake, train, or focus and set a time. Make it easy enough to do on your worst day. Train for 20 minutes. If you can't train, walk for 20 minutes. For focus, set a 25-minute timer and put your phone in another room. If you miss, you reset. You don't spiral.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So I'm going to have the conversation, guys. I'm going to grab the courage myself to have this conversation with this person that I have a lot of love for. And I want to help. I want to help John. I really do. So,
well, you know, this kind of goes back to what I was talking about in my lifestyle tip is, you know, this idea of, you know, people the vocabulary. I'm going to start tomorrow. You know,
yes.
How about let's not even worry about starting. Let's just kind of wander over here, see how this feels. Let's take the scare away from the terminology. You know, we're not going to talk about your diet. We're just going to go have this fucking deli sandwich instead of that burger and see how it feels.
I smile because I just love how you can reframe something so simply. Because it's so true, eh? It's like, hey, maybe we just want to have a sandwich today instead of the burger. You mean I can have the sandwich? Yeah. Because what you're saying is that it's still a shitty choice, but it's a better choice than the burger. We'll get to the different choices down the road when we're not going to have the sandwich, we're going to have something else. But I like that approach because instead of saying, wah, 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 you're like, no, you've been having a burger 5 days a week. Let's have a sandwich right now. Oh, no, but that's going to still make me fat, John. No, just have a sandwich, man. It's a different choice. Because you're teaching somebody how to make the different choice over the one they're naturally making all the time, aren't you? Really?
Yeah, and 100%. And then the idea that, you know, I'm going to start tomorrow. Well, the fucking bare adventure of starting tomorrow has clearly been too high for too long.
Yeah.
So let's not fucking worry. Let's get away from all of this vocabulary that we've been stumped with for fucking the last 2 decades. Then let's call it a wander over here. Let's call it a rolling start. Let's call it, let's see how it feels. Let's just do anything to just start to migrate that direction.
Yeah. Hey, Marty, what would you do if you were walking through the streets of a city and then all of a sudden all this fell from the sky? Birds.
What the fuck, dude?
Just birds instantly fell from the sky. So a flock of yellow-headed blackbirds suddenly dropped from the sky on a street in the northern Mexican state of Chihuahua, but the reason behind the mysterious fall remained unknown. In a panic dive, the flock can hit the ground, and a local some local experts thought that they may have been there might have been some predators out there chasing them, so that in order for them to get away from the predators, they ended up flying to the ground.
Dude, you know, you've seen like, I mean, this is very different because these birds made a choice to go fly towards the ground. But you've seen these fucking videos. I just saw one, and I don't know for sure if it was AI. I didn't know if it was fucking real, but I've read about. I shouldn't say I've read. I've seen shows about similar things where these storms will come and like scoop up fucking large amounts of water containing large amounts of fucking fish or frogs. And then the fucking frogs will just come or fish will just come dumping out of the sky, like hundreds of them.
It's
like fill the fucking street up with fucking fish.
Yes. That's crazy, man. So the same thing, not the same thing, but White sharks are being displaced around where Melissa lives in South Africa because orcas are out there just fucking. So you think of the predators, right?
The orcas are acting really fucking weird, aren't they?
They are, Johnny. Yeah, and it's like, and we think about the white sharks as the ultimate, apex predator, but you got the orca that's like, hey, motherfucker, I'm gonna come and eat your ass. So yeah,
and you figure there's something is changing enough to change their behavior pattern. The question
absolutely,
is, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
You figure it's just like from a standpoint of if all of a sudden we had a food shortage.
Yeah.
But let's just say that, a Martian was looking down on us, couldn't see that we're out of food, but all of a sudden saw our behavior patterns start fucking eating each other. What the fuck happened down there?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what the fucking happened down in the fucking deep dark blue is making these fuckers do what they're doing. Something has drastically changed because that's so out of their behavior pattern.
Yes, absolutely. So I was going to put, I did have a topic to have a conversation with you, but it's a deep one, and I don't have enough time to do it today. We're going to do it at a different time. It's about spanking, as a parent and the idea of spanking children. And, Johnny, the era you and I grew up with, and Marty's going to be a dad one day. So I'm going to put that one aside. We're going to come back to that one in the future.
That's a deep topic.
It is, yeah. And I want to have, hey,
this will be a good one.
Next Tuesday, boys, 9:00 Eastern time, Brianna Bass is joining us for sex relationship conversations called No Safe Words with Keith, John, Marty, if you're here, and Brianna Bass. We're going to do every second Tuesday a sex relationship show with Brianna. She's pretty excited to have that with us as well. But hey,
she was cool.
Yes. Johnny, Marty, before you go.
John, before you go, you need to see this. It's the first time we've basically seen a fault move on camera. It's unreal. This isn't just shaking. You see the ground crack, then slide sideways. It's the plate boundary moving in real time. Here's the crazy part. It slid about 2.5 meters in 1.3 seconds. Peak slip speed around 3.2 meters per second. Scientists call it a first because it's direct measurement. You're not guessing from sensors. You're watching the rupture happen. And it wasn't a slow grind. It hit in a short pulse, then curved as it moved. John, that's the setup.
I want to show you guys this clip here of the ground shifting. Marty, before you go though, so my dad says, Keith, did Johnny get a new truck? No, Dad. That's AI, John. So look in the top right corner, guys. You're actually going to see the ground move. So look in the top right corner. You can see the tectonic plates of Earth actually fucking shifting in this video. First time ever captured. So look at the top
right of the video.
So if you can see there, like underneath, like where in the top right. So watch. Just slowly watch.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
that's fucking cool.
I was expecting like a little piece of the. We're talking like a massive fucking piece of the Earth shifted.
That's Johnny, crazy. 2.5 meters it moved. Like think about that. So this is a security camera. This is in Malaysia. This happened in March of this year.
That looks like a movie.
It does, and it's fucking real. And that's like, look at that fucking ground. Like it's the actual Earth moving. Pretty fucking neat, I thought. So. I always like to find interesting shit for us to put on.
That just shows you the fucking power.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Hey, two other quick things before you go. I like to throw vintage stuff on here. If you've ever been to Macy's in New York City, they actually still have a wooden escalator running. Check this out, Marty. So a wooden escalator. Look at this. Look at this craftsmanship. Like that is fucking cool, man. Like that is that
what they used to have back in the day or something?
That's exactly it. It's still operating.
I would have never known that.
No,
I've never seen that.
This is first for me too, Mark.
Yeah,
maybe that's up in Canada, maybe.
So so it operated to 1920. So it's there's about 20 wooden escalators left there. But I think that's pretty neat. You look at that craftsmanship that went into that.
I'm sure there's some metal underneath there. They had to have like retrofitted.
I'm sure. Yeah,
that's fucking cool as hell, man.
It's absolutely cool. I'll tell you what's cool as well. When I see heroes in action, fuck man, I caught a video. I need a hero. Check this out. A young lady, a young girl. Look at this fucking hero. In battle, All these guys protect him, and he goes over there to pick up this young girl and bring her back to safety. This happened in Iraq. I think it was Iraq or Afghanistan, but I'm looking for just cool footage. Like, man, these are the fucking heroes of our planet, man, and I don't think they get enough reward. But look at this guy. Like, I couldn't do that. Guy runs over there. Everybody's protecting him and goes, so he saves this girl. Like, that's fucking cool shit, Marty, Johnny. And that stuff.
So, and the crazy concept behind it is,
yeah.
So the two guys that they basically go out and start shooting, which makes the other people duck down supposedly.
Yes.
And they got to shoot long enough for her to get back.
Yes.
Because as soon as they stop shooting, somebody's popping their head up, firing shit back at them.
Yes.
Wow.
That's what they say, cover me like in a movie. That's the whole concept.
That's cover me.
Yeah.
All it takes is, I mean, there could be a fucking sniper, so they have no fucking clue.
No, exactly. And here's also right. So the guy this is not like his daughter or some niece. It's this guy's fucking job. Like, think about that, right? It's like, hey, Marty, what'd you do today? Well, I was in theater and I had to run across 20 yards to go save some young lady who I'll never see again. I don't know who she is. Don't know what her religions are or whatever, but I'm going to go save a human being. That is fucking hero shit, man. That just gives it. So, that gives me.
End on that one, brother. Nothing else you're going to show.
No, that's exactly it, brother. Yeah, that's exactly it. That was fun, Johnny. I got you out of here before your meeting with Ben, as I promised you would, which is good. And I got some fun shit. Marty, what are you doing today, man? How do you got after you get out of here, pal?
We'll be in the gym later.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do an athletic type of day.
Oh,
getting the car detailed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, getting the Jeep detailed, man, and that's just kicking ass, man.
I'm going to get my haircut.
As Johnny would say.
Yeah, I'm going to get my haircut here today, and then I'm going to get my
haircut. How you getting your haircut?
Gonna get a little bit of haircut here. Yeah, I got my hair's long, man. Look at this, fucking in my mouth. I'm gonna get some haircut. And and then I got to meet with Jason Hewlett later today, our resident Ricky Martin impersonator, who's interested in doing a show on the network, which I'm pretty excited about. So pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, Jimmy, Melissa, let's get the young man out of the lab here. A lot of great conversation, a great show today. We got a guest coming up tomorrow to join us as well. So you guys have an awesome day, and we'll talk along the way. Okay.
All right.
Have a good loop, my brothers.
All right. Jimmy's out of here. Johnny's out of here. Marty's out of here. And the show is going to continue with me, the Handsome Chief, on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Wow. Fun 90 minutes we got going on here so far. Hey, listen, you guys can join the show with me right now. Phone lines are going to be open now. 431-300-3005. That's it. 431-300-3005. That's how you can send me a text, send me a voicemail, or look for motivation from the Handsome Chief. Getting after it daily, live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Okay, so it's time for a monologue. Yeah, it's time to get you guys fired up, or it's time to have you guys leave the room, join the conversation. But it's this time of year where it seems like okay, it's time to get into the 75 hard, the 30-day this, the system that, the what are we doing this? I need to become fit like a motherfucker in 8 seconds. Well, I've been doing this show for a couple years now, and this time of the year drives me nuts. And because it comes again, another January. Let's get the monologue started. Jimmy, let's run it.
Preston, January gyms look like fireworks. Loud, pretty, gone. By the 12th, it is smoke and regret. First delusion, 75 hard. Some guys do it like hostage negotiations. By day 9, they're not hard, they're rude. Next, boot camp whistle workouts. If you are being yelled at, your knees file complaints. Train trust, not war. Peloton-only training is cute. You will have God lungs, then a suitcase attacks you. Tools matter, cardio and strength. Marathon prep for fat loss is buying a boat to save money. And Ironman? If your warm-up is sitting, don't. Real trend for January 2026 is boring wins. It's lift 3 days, walk, sleep, eat like an adult.
Nation, which trend makes you roll your eyes every January? And what one boring thing will you commit to so you will stick?
All right, guys. So this is not a hate on or hard on. It's no hate on for everybody who is perhaps going to run towards some of the things that we're going to talk about here today. I'm here to have some fun satirically. I'm here to throw some jabs at you guys. But at the end of the day, here's what I have learned as a man, human growing up. We all need a reason to get started. So I'm going to paraphrase my fun little monologue by just setting the stage that if doing 75 hard or some ridiculous challenge helps you achieve greatness, then good. Then good. You know, because I will commend, Jory Jansen a year ago, who walked me towards the door of GLPs and Ozempics because I thought it was a shortcut that I didn't believe in. But when she said, well, hey, Keith, but maybe that shortcut helps somebody have success, that's not a bad thing, is it? It's like, oh, ouch, you're right. So if that 75 hard turns into 75,000 hards, good. But hey, this show is about fun and satire, and we got to start somewhere. Because you ever notice how January fitness has the same vibe as New Year's fireworks? It's loud, it's exciting. Well, it's kind of beautiful, isn't it, Spartacus? But then by January 12th, Maddie, by January 12th, it's just smoke and regret. And then the trends always show up like a boy band reunion tour. You know what I'm talking about, Sullivan? You know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get after the first one. The first one is the 75 hard. Now, Melissa, I love the idea. I love the discipline, but some people do 75 hard like it's some hostage situation. It's like, oh yeah, 2 workouts today. I got to get a gallon of water in, no alcohol. And then I'm going to read the next 10 pages. Buddy, seriously, buddy, you're not building character. You're actually building resentment by doing this. Because by day 9, you're not hard. You're just rude. Your family's like, hey, what the fuck, man? What's going on? I'm in 75 hard. I've been that guy. Trust me. Counting macros, doing this, doing that, disrupting my family's life because I was like, bop, bop, bop. And then you're like, don't talk to me. Jimmy, I'm in phase 2 right now. I'm grouchy at the meeting today because I'm in phase 2 of 75 hard. Maybe, actually, Nation, we need something called 75 reasonable. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's just show up, don't spiral, and stop eating like a raccoon at 11 p.m. Maybe that might be the better decision for you. Next, we have this. Oh, here we go. You guys ready for this one? Here we go. Boot camp style workouts. Oh, I got to get to boot camp. I got to get there on Monday at 6 o'clock a.m. Boot camp is starting. Well, listen, if your workout involves a whistle and a stranger yelling, go, 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 well, I don't know if you're training, you're actually being auditioned for maybe an action movie. Think about it. Because listen, the intensity is great. But when every workout is like war, oh, I'm going to war. I got to go to everybody. I got to get to war. Go for a walk. Because your joints might just start filing complaints with your attitude. You don't need to punish your body into change, you guys. You need to train your body into trust. What's that? Yeah, let me rephrase that again. You don't need to punish your body into change. You need to train your body into trust. And I was this guy too. Yep, I've been here. The Peloton only training. Ooh, baby. I love my Peloton. True story. Love the platform. But if the only thing I did and the only thing you did was cycle, well, yeah, how's that strength doing for you? Oh, but I'm good on the Peloton. Well, maybe your fitness becomes extremely specific. Maybe you're going to have lungs of a Greek god, and then you're going to pick up that suitcase. You're going to try to pick up that kid, put him on your shoulders and go, holy fuck, man, I can't pick up my kid. Why is this kid so heavy? Why is my luggage attacking me? Well, listen, guys, cardio, a tool. Just another tool in the toolbox. Strength, a tool. Mobility, a tool. The handsome chief, a handsome tool. So if your toolbox is one hammer, every problem in your world is going to be, I got to ride harder. I got to ride harder. I got to go harder. No. Get to bed early, eat some good food, lift some heavy things, get mobile. But here's the favorite, Nation. Here is the favorite. Jimmy. Yeah, I'm going to run a marathon. Marathon prep for fat loss. Yeah. That's like me saying, I want to save money, so I bought a boat. Listen, if your main goal is fat loss, you do not need 26 and a half miles. Maybe that is your goal, your milestone, your motivation. Oh, I hate it. You need motivation? No, you need consistency. You need protein. You need steps. You need sleep. You need fewer I deserved it desserts. You need fewer self-sabotaging behavior decisions. Again, nation, I've been there. I'm down the path of self-sabotage. I'm down it. Oh, I got to stop. Because then the big flex trend becomes Iron Man style challenges. Oh yeah, we love these ones. Nothing screams, oh, I'm just going to avoid my emotions like signing up to swim, to bike, and to do it all in 12 hours. I'm going to get it all done right fucking now. Well, hey, listen, if your current warm-up is sitting down, an Ironman, it's not a fitness goal. It's a cry for help with a bib number. How many people are going to buy the Goggins book over Christmas, over the holiday break, and go, I'm going fucking full on Goggins right now? Oh, yeah? Come see me next year. Go for a walk. Then we have these 30-day fitness resets. The reset is usually code for, well, I went off the rails, and now I'm doing a detox as an apology. Oh, my God. I love you, Mom. I'm doing a detox. I got the cabbage detox I'm doing right now. Oh, yeah? The cabbage detox, eh? Well, here's something. Your body doesn't need a reset. No. Your calendar needs the reset. You don't need to become a new person in 30 days. Because you know what happens, guys? And I've been here. I've been the yo-yo guy. True motherfucking story. 30 days I feel great. 31 I'm feeling shitty again. Oh yeah? 30, 60, 30, 90, 60, 120. Yo, 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 yo. Guys, I have been you. I am you. You do not need to become the kind of person who doesn't disappear when the motivation leaves. So, as we hit the diet holy war portion of the program right now, carnivore, keto, vegan. Oh yeah, there we go. I got a name for my diet now. Yeah. And these always show up in January. It's like, pick a team. Yeah. So I subscribe to these politics. I eat this food and I have these beliefs. Oh my God, really? I pick a team, hate the other teams, make it your identity. Maybe just eating some good, healthy foods. Look, if one of these works for you mentally, I said it at the beginning, if one of these works for you mentally or medically or ethically, or you've just found a groove, I got all the respect for you. All of the respect for you. But if you're doing any of them because you saw a guy on TikTok, yeah, I said TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Yeah, you saw a guy on TikTok with abs yelling you at in his truck, going, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. Well, I invite you to consider this. Just fucking relax. Because you know what? Next January is 12 months away. And most January diets don't fail from carbs or meat. Yeah. They fail from this one sentence. I'm going to be perfect starting right now. Oh my God. Is that what you're thinking? Perfection is the quickest route to quitting. You miss one day and suddenly you're like, oh, fuck. Well, I guess I'm going to go to Cinnabon now. No, start again. Because the real trend for January 2026 is this. What's the real trend? Boring. Boring wins. Just lift a few days a week. Walk more than you think you need. Pick a sandwich over a burger. Eat like an adult most of the time. Sleep like it's your job and stop treating fitness like a punishment for being human. Because January, it doesn't need your intensity. No. Jimmy, Melissa, Holroyd, Sullivan, Spartacus. January needs your consistency. Because the goal isn't going to be a different person by February. No. The goal is to be the same person, but sturdier. And that is a true motherfucking story. So this is your turn. Which trend are you sick of seeing every January, nation? And what's the one boring thing you're committing to instead? I want to hear from you. Drop it in the comments. Let's make January normal again. And it all starts right now.
Nation, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying your face changes when somebody wins. It's loud. Today's community corner is 3 mirrors. Each one hits a different nerve. If you flinch, good. Mirror 1, jealousy. It's not hatred, it's fear with a mask. The fix is simple. If they can, I can. When it shows up, don't post, don't rant. Sit still for 60 seconds. Ask, what am I scared to chase? Mirror 2, unshakable energy. Selective caring, action over talking. If you're always competing, you're building enemies. Mirror 3, your space is coaching you. Light, noise, clutter, it all votes. All right, handsome chief, cut into it.
Our journey in the community through YouTube. And I am judging. Robin Sharma says jealousy comes from believing in limited seats in the theater of dreams. Someone else's success means your loss. Oh, this is intriguing to me. I'm leaning into this one. You got to train your mind to see others' victories as proof of possibility. It's evidence. It's not a threat. I'm going to invite you to consider this. Use the mantra, if they can do it, I can do it. Ask yourself, why the fuck not me? Use me as an example. I want to be a talk show person like Bilous over there. Well, then do it. Yes. Let's not compete. Let's collaborate. Let's support. Use meditation, use visualization, use prayer to rewire how you respond when you see someone else winning. And hey, when that jealousy arises, acknowledge it. Because I'm sorry that you're doing your fucking lame podcast once a week. How does Bilous do it 5 days a week live? How do I do it? Jesus, Murphy. I'm jealous that he can do it and have 300, 400, 500, 600 people show up on a show every single day. But how come I can't do it? Damn it. I'm just fucking jealous. Really? No. Maybe you want to ask yourself this. What is it about their winning that brings up your not enoughness? Oh, maybe you snooze. Maybe you stay up late at night. Maybe you run through the kitchen acknowledging self-sabotaging behavior. Well, here's something to consider. Maybe using silence, using stillness, observing to move through it all. Because jealousy has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with the other person. Fuck, man, it's actually you. It reveals your own fears and your scarcity that needs healing. So, who are you secretly jealous of? And what does that reveal about you and what you're afraid to pursue? Is it real jealousy or is it your own fucking mirror? All right. Spartacus, I take things day by day, can't control the uncontrollable. You're absolutely right. And we got Sullivan saying, I do a full body workout 2 times a week for 3.5 months so far, keeping it simple. We'll expand to 3 days later in February. Well done, Sully. And of course, I know you're getting your life expectancy work in as well. Happy belated birthday, my brother. All right, Substack, The Art of Being Unfuckwithable. Yeah, Robin Wilding defines unfuckwithable as being so grounded that life can bend you but not break you. True story. 11 recurring traits. Give selective fucks. Act more than you talk. Treat time as finite. Fuck, man. Treat time as finite. That is something that I would say many humans can't wrap their head around. Yeah. Critique your own behavior instead of living in an imaginary moment. Critique your own behavior. Why? Well, do that instead of living in those imaginary arguments that you always win with yourself. Because how you treat servers reveals whether your confidence is real or just ego in costume. Knowing what you don't know and simplifying complex problems into tiny steps is a superpower, not a weakness. Stop pulling others down. Build people up into multi-listic networks that become an army when life hits hard. Unfuckwithable equals unshakable inner stance built from selective caring, time discipline, introspection, and humility. So here's the question for you guys right now. Are you building an army of people? Or are you making enemies because you can't stop competing? Sullivan says, In Latin, the word competition comes from competere, meaning to strive together, to meet or to come together. And Spartacus says, united, we stand. All right, we're going to wrap up our Community Corner segment over on LinkedIn with your environment influences your outcomes with Manuel Riener. Says, most people treat walls and buildings as neutral, but buildings, they shape your biology and they shape your daily performance, not just the comfort. Design is not decoration. It's daily. It's daily instruction for your nervous system that quietly regulates how you feel and how you function. Those future-ready homes and offices will be judged by health impact, not square footage or aesthetics. Those spaces, yeah, I'm with you, bullshit professor. Unfuckwithable. It's exactly. I love it too, man. Those spaces that regulate light, rhythm, recovery, reduce stress before symptoms occur, and they support sleep and focus. They act as silent medicine that extracts and expands health span, I should say. But hey, the environmental design reduces friction. Good lighting, clear zones, low noise make discipline easier. Poor design does the opposite. Continuously taxing nervous systems makes procrastination, decision fatigue, snooze button mentality more likely. So hey, if your space supports discipline, you're going to win. If your space doesn't support it, you're going to fucking lose. True story. Hey, Maya, is your space supporting your discipline? Or is your space making it harder for you to be the woman you want to be? Maya Rez.
Nation, if that jealousy sting hit, good. It's your compass, not your enemy. Don't punch down, level up. Do one thing today, 60 seconds of stillness. Then change one tiny input in your space and watch you move. Be unfuckwithable by tonight. Selective fucks, real action, honest self-checks. Build people up, that's your army. If this landed, prove it. Follow us on LinkedIn, Substack, and YouTube. Tag your buddy on the next post. Drop who you're jealous of in chat. I'll read it like a coach, not a clown. Back to you, handsome chief.
All right. Wow. As John Kraske would say, wow. Speaking of Kraske, Bilous and Kraske, Swadar, and Spurnaway dropping the show here in a couple weeks called The Feed. Yes, we are digging into some fun conversations happening on the satire of LinkedIn. Man, have you guys seen the sexy selfies lately? The thirst traps, the hey, I'm back. Jimmy, what is it with people that leave LinkedIn for a few days and they make the obligatory, hey, I'm back. Who the fuck cares? Oh, but I'm back. Yeah. Love all. So we're going to have some conversations on a show coming up. We're dropping called The Feed. Of course, next week on Tuesday, we got Brianna Bass, 9:00 Eastern time, called No Safe Words. We're talking sex, relationships, etc. And then, of course, we have the resident Dr. Petrocelli. Hey, Petro, I forgot to tell you, man, this Friday, we got to do 9:00 Eastern time. So we've got a guest coming in at 7:30. So I'm sorry, at 8:30 on center stage. So hopefully we can bump us back to 9:00 start there on Friday, Petro. Yeah, I'm with you, Spartacus. I love how Maya says that as well. I love when our characters just get fucking passionate, man. Just fucking passionate. But guys, today's a wrap. What a fun show. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. It's funny because while I love our guest experiences, you know, there's times when just Keith, John, and Marty get after it and have some conversations like we had today. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I know a ton of you guys showed up today. We worked hard to create the content today to get the people to show up, and it worked. I would say that the numbers here are exceptional today. To everybody on X, thank you. X is flying through the fucking roof right now. I appreciate all the support happening on the X platform. So you guys tuning in on X, you guys can come join the live conversation. Clearly, our title selection worked today to bring people to the show. But guys, this is a wrap. We started the morning at the conversation desk. The Malcolm in the Middle conversation hit a little different than expected, especially when you think about time and distance and that, and then what doesn't get said. The guy left for 10 years, came back. How many of you have estranged families? How many of you have been around families that people have left and come back and it's like, hey, I'm back. And then we got into the Anthony Joshua story where, man, that energy shifted real fast. I think it was Jimmy Jericho, 10 days ago, we were celebrating the Joshua win over Jake Paul. And then yesterday, was in a tragic car accident where he survived. 2 people very close to him passed. And it's just one of those reminders of how fast things can change in a motherfucking instant. We also talked about AI slop taking over 21% of YouTube these days. Renewed interest in Malaysia flight MH370. Guys are trying to find the plane again. Is it conspiracy? Is it curiosity? Or is it just somewhere in the undiscovered ocean? And hey, we also asked this question. Do you wonder if when you died, if your pets were around you, whether they'd eat you? Would your pets eat you if they died around you? Well, I'm not going to tell you the answer. Go back to bottom of the first hour to hear that one. Today's deep dive, we talked about how motivation sounds good. Yes. And we talked about how, we did not get to the spanking conversation today. We're going to get to that one in the future. Morning Focus was a reality check. January fitness delusions are easy to fall into, especially when that calendar flips. And I set the start of the show like this, man. If you're waiting till Monday, that's January 5th. You get one. If you wait longer, you're January 12th. You're actually in the middle of January. Guys, just get started right now. But don't do like Melissa did yesterday. I did this to myself yesterday with coffee. Yeah, she got up, got after, and partied like a 75,000 hard in 60,000 minutes. True story. Okay, guys, listen. Reflect on specific standout moments from the show today. Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Yeah, exactly, Melissa. I just said that out loud here. Listen, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in with us today. And if you are new to the lab, well, welcome to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. And if you've been lurking, I'd appreciate a like. I'd appreciate a subscribe. And I got an invitation. Would love to have you join the Mornings in the Lab community and join us live every weekday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be back in less than 12 hours. Our guest tomorrow almost joined the Dixie Chicks as their drummer. Yeah, but these days, Tapio Ikonen teaches people how to close deals. That's going to be another interesting conversation. Let's get out of here, nation. Let's get after it today. Get up, get after it. Join us live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here. YouTube, LinkedIn. Thank you, Spartacus, and X.